Hello and welcome to AfriDominion. I am Freeman Singiran Kabon. Thank you so much for tuning into our program today. And for those of you joining us live, welcome. Welcome. We are so glad and we are so thrilled that you can find some time out of your busy schedule to come and hang out with us during our broadcast today. And for those of you who are just joining us for the very first time, I'd like to give you a special thanks and a special welcome. We are believing and we working so hard every single day in the spirit of truth, love, and trust. Why? Because everything we are doing for the greater benefit of ourselves, of our family, of our larger family collectively. And we want to make sure that whatever we do, we all get to benefit. I want to benefit. I want you to benefit. And all of us, we have to benefit. And with that in mind, I also want to give you a huge welcome and tell you first and foremost, if you want to get in touch with us for the very first time, for the very first timers, I'd like to point out to many different platforms that we are using. So those of you following live from the radio station, those of you following live from television station, and those of you on social media. In particular, I want to promote tremendously X, the platform called X. Those of you who are on various platforms, the platform of X, the X Twitter, is one of the biggest platforms that we are using right now, mainly because it is extremely beneficial to Africans and African families. And since most of our programming is catering or is tailored to towards Africans, we want to make sure that you can maximize its efficiency, especially those of you who have to buy multiple bundles. You don't spend as much. Okay, and it is with that spirit that I want to say how you get in touch with us. You can find us online at www.afridominion.com. www.afridominion.com. Our main email, it's info@afridominion.com. info@afridominion.com. And with that in mind, I want to give you guys a huge welcome. And I want to say that it's very exciting that we have this opportunity to serve you. And I also want to tell you that everything that we do it in the spirit of truth, love, and trust. And I also welcome you to benchmark everything that we are doing so that in case you find something that is out of order, something that doesn't build you, or any feedback, please feel free to send us some feedback because we are constantly learning and learning and learning. But one of the biggest things that I want you to be free with is that in this 2025, we want to free ourselves from slavery. We want to free ourselves to do the things we were born to do. We were born to do. We don't just want to do anything. We wanna follow our purpose in life. We want to follow our dreams in life. But we also want to support you who already living in your own dream. And with that in mind, guys, I want to get this opportunity to jump right in the conversation, and I want to also give you a huge welcome to those of you guys following the conversation right now. It is quite an honor that we have this time to be hanging out with you. And my main topic for right now, for those of you guys who are already sitting down, I want to greet each and every one of you. Those that I can see, I'm greeting you all. I'm not going to mention the name so we can move right on to the conversation. But I want to say, come and hang with us, guys. Come and hang with us, and from there we can be able to share. We can be able to share everything that we have, from time to the resources and so on. I will do my very best to multitask because I can see you guys are quietly saying hello, and I am saying hello back to all those of you guys, especially those of you who are on X and in YouTube. I can see that you are there. And I want to say welcome, 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 and we are together. So I made sure that I can see everything that you are telling me. Let me put it here, and then after that, I will go right ahead and start with and start the conversation. So I'm ready, guys. So what do we want to talk about today? On Thursday, I want to talk about self-development. Every Thursday, we will bring you conversation related to self-development, because with that self-development, if I don't develop myself, if you do not develop yourself, you're not gonna go anywhere. We're not gonna go anywhere. You can still go somewhere, but it certainly won't be where you're purposely supposed to be. It won't be towards your destination, towards your purpose. It may be towards helping somebody else's purpose, but not your purpose. And so with that in mind, today I want to talk about self-development. And the question is there an infrastructure set up for your gift to flourish and become beneficial to you and to others? I will repeat. Is there an infrastructure set up for your gift, for you or for your gift, in order for it to flourish so that it's beneficial, not just to you, but to others? And that's what I want to talk to you about right now. Why is that important? That is important mainly because we have such a crisis right now amongst Africans, amongst our larger African family, where the youth doesn't have jobs, the youth doesn't have opportunities. They're screaming that there are no opportunities. They basically going in streets demonstrating that the government is not giving them the opportunity to do what they would like to do. They all of are becoming self-destructive in some areas because they don't have anything to do. But I want to submit to you, young people, and every one of you who doesn't have a job or who doesn't know what to do. First and foremost, it's certainly not the government is the government isn't there to create jobs for you. And I want to make sure that I tread very carefully. Just because I said that the government, it's not the responsibility of the government to find a job for you, it doesn't mean that the government can give you a work to do, a task to do. And that's why I want to make sure that I take my time as I explain myself why I'm saying this. The crisis that we have because lack of jobs, it is only a crisis for those whose gifts are still dormant. There's nowhere that your gift will be alive, will be awakened, and you are jobless. You are only jobless because the skill that you have acquired to help someone who is already having a gift that they're working with no longer needs you. Either you have a skill set that they do not need, or you have a skill sets that 200 other people have, and you just happen that you couldn't make the cut. Whatever the case, realize that the skill set that you have is not necessarily your gift. If the skill set that you have is your gift, then you will flourish in your gift. You just now have to know how to do it. In the Bantu language I was speaking just a little bit ago, I gave an example that birds never had to learn any single skills that is outside of flight. A bird would never volunteer to go swim because a bird only flies. Only human beings violate your proper environment and you venture in other environment for whatever reason. A bird will never deliberately go dive in water because a bird cannot swim and a bird doesn't have oxygen in water. So you will never see a bird that just deliberately go take a dive and swim like a human being does. You will never see a fish that tries to fly like a bird because a fish has this basic instinct that says, hey, listen, stay in water because every single one of the activities that you were born for is only possible when you are in water. A fish doesn't have feathers. A fish cannot fly. Now you can try to grab a fish and put some artificial feathers to it, but you are going to be giving it a hard work. First and foremost, you have to figure out a way to convince the fish that with those new feathers it can fly. Secondly, it'll take a long time for that fish to even attempt to fly. All that energy focusing on the fish, try to convince it that it can fly when it's not naturally a bird. It will be absurd. So even all of us right now, we are jobless, some of us, because the skill we have acquired It's like you win and you're acquired to fish, or you're acquired to swim, when flight is the natural thing that you do. And now there's no fish that needs you. There are so many other fishes that are taking care of the fish work. So even us as a human, us as young people, be careful on where you went to school. Be careful on what it is that you are studying. If it's not related to your gift, there is a potential disappointment after you finish school. There is a potential crisis in the joblessness, because you will find that the area that you're focusing in, it's already saturated. So how will you survive tomorrow when you spend your 4 years in college, when you spend 6 years in high school, or 7 to some, or 8 or 9 to others, studying the things that have nothing to do with your gift? How will you survive when they start asking you to repay that money back? It is for this reason that now I want us to go back to the very basics of the basics, which is where now I asked if there's an infrastructure set up for your gift. Be very selective. Get to know, who am I from deep within me? What upsets me? What makes me feel like, oh my goodness, I'm alive? The things that excite you, the things that bugs you, the things that frustrate you, they usually are there to awaken your gifts. And oftentimes you will realize that it is so easy for you to see the solution, but it could be hard for others, because your gift, when it's asleep and something bothers it, or a problem arrives and it forces your gift to awaken, you get excited. You get excited because all of a sudden your gift is awake. It was asleep all along because there was no problem. So in other words, every single problem we have here on Earth, on planet Earth, it's an opportunity for people's gifts to awaken. So don't wish away problems. Don't wish away opportunities. Without these problems, without these challenges, other people's specialized gift will never come to be known. Why would you wish someone not to have their gift known? Now, it is also an opportunity for every single one of us to get out of slavery. I only believe in one type of slavery, and one type of bondage is the bondage towards your own gift. I can be a slave towards my gift my whole entire life, because my gift is my life, and my gift is my only prison. Just like when a bird is flying, a bird is always going to be a prisoner of flight. A bird is always going to be a slave to flight. And a bird is always going to be alive when it flies. So your life is so very much associated with your gift. And your gift is so much associated with who you are as a person. So when someone enslaves you outside of your gift, it's a crime that you should fight against. But when you enslave yourself with your gift, it's life. And you become far more rewarded in life. You become more happier in life. Because that's the only bondage that we should honor on planet Earth. The bondage of one's gift. You should only be enslaved by your own gift. Nobody else's gift. And you can solicit other people to help you to get your gift going. But do not enslave these people forcefully. You have to ask in a friendly manner. Because sometimes those people, through your own gift, it may also nudge them to open their own gifts. I hope this makes sense. So my appeal to you today, especially on the larger family, on the larger African family, do not believe those who say that you are useless. Do not believe those who don't think that you are good to nothing. If someone calls you out and they say you are no good to nothing, don't let that stay in your ear. They're really telling you, find more about who you are, truly. Not what they're defining you to be. Find out who you truly are, not what the teacher says you are. Not every single teacher can see your gift. And therefore, you could be, for example, dealing with a mathematician when you should be doing music. You should be dealing with a physician, naturally. All along, you have enrolled in masonry. Make sure that what you are doing relates to your gift, if you can. If you can. It's very, very, very important, and it will tremendously help you. It will help you to become a better person. It will help you to help others. Because anytime a bird is flying, is alive. Anytime a fish is swimming, is alive. What is it that you can do, that you can spend 20 hours doing, and you don't feel bothered, and you don't feel tired? That's my challenge to you today. That whatever thing that you can do, that you never feel tired, that's your gift right there. If something bothers you and it forces you to want to do something, be grateful that that something is there. Your gift will only be awakened by a very specific problem that causes it to awaken. Your gift will remain asleep if you go and help somebody else whose gift does not have anything to do with your natural gift. So for those of you guys right now who are jobless, you can choose two ways. You can choose to go awaken temporarily about who you are as an individual. So help them to propel where they're headed in life, but also leave a little bit of time for your own gifts, because you need to nurture your gift. You helping somebody else so that in due time, when your gift is ready, you can also fly with your own gift. I equate it to a bird that just like a chick flick. I think that's what they call it. A little baby bird cannot fly. Why? Because the very basic tools that it needs to fly, the bird doesn't have it yet. It's naturally there, but it has to grow. For example, a chicklet, a baby bird. I want to make sure that I'm not using the wrong bird. Is born without any feathers, and because the law of flight requires some sort of feather, that bird will never fly as long as it doesn't have any feathers. So in due time, that bird starts developing feathers. And by the time it has feathers, now it's ready for a flight of its own choosing. But even with that, that bird has to be able to spray its wings and learn how to fly. At first, it's going to be difficult because a baby bird never flew before. It never stretched its feathers before. And that takes work. But the work that it does, it also at the same time allows the bird to live. And I hope that my analogy is making sense here. What we are doing right now towards our livelihood as a collective, we want to make sure that we are orienting ourselves, or we are pursuing pathways that lead us towards our own gifts. And if you're following a path that doesn't lead you there, make sure that you're temporarily following that path because you're helping someone else who's already found their gift. Don't let it just be about money. There are many ways, many ways to make money, to find money. But work, there's only one way to do your work, and it's just being you. So who are you in the midst of all those things? Who are you truly? So I will submit to you that the more you discover yourself, the more you realize who you are as a person. And it's very imperative that who you are as a person doesn't get to be swallowed by other people's gifts. Take the time to learn who you truly are. Take the time to self-discover. Take the time to know what makes you tick. Take the time to know what makes you feel happy. Take the time to realize and to know what makes you sad. And take the time to know that which makes you feel alive when you're doing it. And it is in those in that journey that you will self-discover, that you will know what you hate, what you like, what you love, that your feathers will actually start to pop out. Your feather will grow. And as your feathers are growing, it will be an opportunity for you to fly, to begin flight. It will be an opportunity for you to showcase your gifts. I hope that I'm making sense here. I hope that it's helping you. Africa doesn't need you to be jobless. Africa needs you to awaken your gift. Your African family at large needs you to fly. It needs you to nurture your feathers so you can fly. And if you don't do that, it will be a disservice to you. It will be a disservice to your family, your community, your nations at large. So in whatever endeavors that you pursue, be sure that you reserve some time for your gifts. Be sure that your self-development is nourishment that you take on a daily basis. The same way you don't skip eating, the same way you don't skip drinking some liquid, allow yourself to also self-develop every single day. And allow yourself permission to open your gifts. Allow yourself the ability, or allow yourself the opportunity to be bothered by different problems. And allow yourself to be excited by different problems. Allow yourself to feel alive in specific environment that make you feel alive. And learn how to detect those and learn how to recognize those. Because those environment, or that environment, will propel you, will push you towards your own gift. Or gifts, if you have multiple gifts. So for those of you guys right now who are crying because you don't have jobs, I want to submit to you, be patient with yourself. But also, do not cry towards the government to figure out what to give you. Because if the government doesn't have any jobs to give, create your own jobs. Now, if there's an impediment towards creating your own job, then that's an issue. That is completely different from you being jobless. If there's a thorn on your way to a destination and that thorn hits you, then it will disturb your trip. But the minute you see that there is a thorn, you may actually have a mechanism way to deal with a thorn. So even right now as we speak, don't be despair for those of you guys who are jobless. First and foremost, learn, how did I become jobless? Is it because I studied the wrong thing? Is it because I have yet to discover my true gift? Is it because maybe I need to switch from going to left and go to right? Could it be that maybe you need to stop spending the time with these friends here and you spend the time with those other new friends, especially those who can potentially say, hey, based on what you do, based on how we see you, we think that may be the right direction for you. Find mentors who have helped others to be and to go where they have to be going, where they need to be going. Find opportunities that actually force you to be uncomfortable with your own gift. Find opportunities that actually shake your gift. Find opportunities that force your gift to awaken, that wakes your gifts up. Don't run for an opportunity that puts your gift to sleep, even if that opportunity pays a whole lot of money. The reason being, anytime you get a job from anybody, they can also take that job away from you. So if you're screaming or if you're crying to any one of the governments to give you a job, one, the government can say, okay, fine, you have cried enough. Let's throw a bone at you. And then you're happy for 10 minutes. But what happens when the meat is over? When there's nothing else to do with that bone? You're going back to the same cycle. They might give you something to do temporarily so that you are quiet. But on a permanent level, you need to awaken yourself. You need to find out what truly is your gift. What bothers you that makes you can't go to bed at night? And when you're doing it, you feel alive. You feel like, oh my goodness, life is happening. That is your gift. Those are the signs of your true gifts. I don't think there is a single bird that spends its night dreaming about swimming, dreaming about where it's going to go further down deep in the sea. But a bird, I will submit to you that it might be thinking, when am I going to Uganda next time? When am I going to the Caribbean? When am I going here? When am I going there? Because it already knows it has the ability to go there. But now it's more like, okay, how do I schedule this? How do I get to this point? How do I get to that point? When do I do it? Because flight is already inside of that bird. It can fly. Flight is not an issue. But now it's excited about all these opportunities, endless opportunities that there is. So even with you, be like a bird that already knows that it flies. A jobless, it's simply a smoke detector for me. If I'm jobless right now, it's my smoke detector going off saying, hey, awaken your gift, awaken your gift, awaken your gift, awaken your gift. Just like a smoke detector in a kitchen, before you burn the food, it screams that, hey, cut off the stove. Hey, cut off the coils. Are you guys getting me? Being a jobless is simply a smoke detector for me. It's a reminder that you have to awaken your gift. And it's a reminder that you have to literally dive deep inside of you and find out, who am I? What are the gifts that I was born with? Just like a fish was born with swim in it, just like a bird was born with flight in it. What did I come up with when I came to this world? What did the greater creator put inside of me when I was born? Discover yourself. And through that discovery, then nourish your gift. Nourish who you truly are, a day by day. And while you're at it, stay focused. Meaning, don't spend a whole lot of time doing the things that are not taking you towards your gift. Because as you are going to discover, as we grow, you start having all these responsibilities, especially if you no longer live with your parents. That means you got to start worrying about life, about how you're gonna go to work, how you're gonna earn a living, how you're gonna put a roof on the top of your head, how you're gonna put some clothes on your body, how you're gonna feed yourself. If someone else is already doing that, then your focus should be completely different. Should be about, hey, how do I awaken my gifts? How do I awaken my gift? Be busy learning about your gifts. Don't be busy just playing. Nothing wrong with playing, but you need some time to seriously consider about your gift. Because if you know your gift, you will never be hungry. You will never be jobless. If you know your gift and if your gift is alive, you will never, 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 never be jobless. Just like a bird will never, never be jobless in flight. Now, it can be jobless if it decides to go swim because there's no more room for another bird. That has to learn how to swim. That needs some sort of a scale to swim. That needs all the tools that there is to be needed if it wants to go down in the sea. The same way a fish will always fail if it tries to go up in the air and go fly, because that's something that's already saturated for the birds. So why would a fish go to swim, to fly, when all the birds are flying? When it needs all these extra things that it was never born with, that it has to look for it, to spend energy looking for it, instead of just spending energy enhancing its swimming skill sets. So I want to submit to you as well, my brothers and sisters, don't be despair. I know we have never been given these talks, most of us, before. And I know that its practicality sometimes it misses the mark. And that is why I want to invite you specifically. Those of you guys who are jobless, those of you guys who are bothered, those of you guys who hate your job, those of you guys who feel like you have opportunities, but you just don't know how to penetrate. You just don't know how to literally deflate that thing that's bothering you. Let's get together, guys. Let's get together and figure it out. We can figure it out. That's the beauty of it. There's no decode. There is literally no encryption to this thing. Life, your gift has already been decoded, and the decoding key is inside of you. So why should you be jobless when you have the key and you have the tools and you also have the knowledge all hidden deep inside of you? It is simply telling me that the issue is with you, not the gift, not the opportunity, not the job. You're only jobless because you don't know your gift. And you're only jobless because maybe you haven't met someone that you assist while you're awakening your gift. But all of that we can change together. The same way the first person who learned of their gifts, they never had to go to university for it. There's not a single university that will ever give you a fresh gift. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't go spend $500,000 for an education that is not related to your gift, especially my brothers and sisters from Africa. Do not cross the ocean from Africa going to any one of the other continents only to spend the inheritance or the resources that you were given by your parents studying the things not related to your gifts. Because by the time you're done studying those new skill sets that are not related to your gifts, then you are going to have to worry about someone employing you to use the skill sets that you had to borrow, the skill sets that you always have to spend to upgrade, the skill sets that they can say, hey, we have actually 1,000 people and we only have 50 positions open. You may become frustrated, even though you could be really, really, really good at it. you will naturally be discriminated because that market is saturated. But the market of your own gift, not only it's not saturated, but it's up for grab. It's like a jungle, and you are the designer, and you are literally everything that you want to do with that jungle. The jungle is undeveloped. The jungle has no rules, no regulations. The jungle still is a jungle. And you need to transform it from being a jungle to a garden. Hear me out. It is your gift that is going to transform a jungle and makes it a garden. In case you're not listening to what that means, the difference between a jungle and a garden, it's order. The order, it's the gift that you use to put everything right where they need to be. So you can never be jobless when your gift is matured. And while you are nurturing your gift, that's when you can help somebody else who can maybe finance you, who can help you to go along, to go ahead in life. But don't lean too much on that side just because the money is good. Remember, they also have another task to do. You have to nourish your gift. And the more you nourish your gifts, the less you're going to have to spend time on this other side. Because we really need you full functioning in your gift to solve all these problems that are still there waiting for your gift to mature so that they can have a solution. And while your gift is full, is completely matured, you will never lack. You will never be jobless. And you will always, always, always have resources at your disposal. And you won't have anybody telling you what to do, when to do it, how to do it. Because only you will be able to use your gift. Lastly, your gift will rightfully turn you into its slave. And it is the only time, as brothers and sisters, I can say, submit to your gift, become a slave to your gift, and it's okay. Literally submit to your gift. Because your gift is your life. And while you are living with your gift, you will be living the truly life that has been designed for you. That is literally the truth and the raw truth I can tell you about self-development 101. Now, I also want to say that what I'm saying right now, I know that it's not easy to do because we have so many conflicting things that are literally fighting for our attention. We have a complicated life or complicating life. Those of us who are literally enslaved, we are busy doing all kinds of tasks for others. And those tasks oftentimes can go all the way to 24 hours, 20 hours, 16 hours, at which point you barely have the time to rest, to sleep. And if you don't have the time to rest or to sleep, you will never be able to function the way you're supposed to be functioning. Please don't call my peoples. Don't call yet. I'm in a conversation here. So I want to really encourage you, self-develop, and do not miss a day. Do not miss the time. The same way you never miss to eat. You can go and find a job. Do that job. But remember, after you finish your work, your job, there's a second job that you need to do, which is developing your gift, nourishing your gift until your gift grows so that now the time you were taking or you were using at somebody else's job you now give it to your gift. You will have unlimited wealth with your gift, whereas you will have limited resources with somebody else's job. Which one is better? Developing your gift and have unlimited resources, or help somebody else who have their own job and have a little bit of limited resources because they basically saying, thank you for spending a little bit of time enhancing my gift. Thank you for spending a little bit of time advancing my gift. You have to make the choice in those two worlds. And as for me, I have already decided which path that I'm going to. But I also want to tell you that you have to pay in advance for your gifts. You have to pay in advance for your gifts. Let me explain what that means. A farmer never asks fruits up front before the seed is planted. Hear me out again. A farmer never requests an advancement of fruits from a seed that has yet to be sown. So, what does that mean? Don't try to go and ask advancement to an employer who's doing their own thing, especially unrelated to your gifts. You got to plant the seed, water the seed, nourish the seed, nurture as much as you can the seed until the seed becomes a plant and the plant turns into a fully blown plant, which is now growing new seeds, and those seeds will become the fruits, the end labor of all the hard work. So, in other words, get to know the season of harvesting your seed. Get to know the season of harvesting your gift. Because your gift starts as a seed, but it grows to become a tree that has fruits. And you will have unlimited fruits so long as you continue to water your plant, so long as you continue to nourish your plant. In other words, as you self-discover, as you find where your gift is, now you will have only and only one job. Keep on nurturing, keep on nurturing, keep on nurturing your gift so that it can keep on bringing out fruits, bringing out fruits, bringing out fruits. In other words, once you have found the solution to a problem that you were created, that you came here to solve on this planet Earth, you will just keep on repeating that, repeating that, repeating that. You're not going to feel tired because that will be your life for you. Just like I breathe every single day. I breathe every single day. I breathe every single day. I never miss. I don't ask vacation from breathing. I don't need certification from breathing. I don't need an upgrade at the university for breathing. I don't need special courses for breathing. I came breathing naturally. Not a single time in my whole life have I ever desired to take a break from breathing. Now, when you die, you stop breathing. That's what they call it a death. When you're not in your gift, you are still dead. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying, guys. So I spoke a whole lot about it. I even dived into it. I know that some of you may still have some questions to ask. So, because I know that this is a topic that always takes a whole lot and not everybody gets to understand it on the same level, I want to welcome you to take some time and send me a message or send us a message. Because, guys, we mean business when it comes to educating ourselves, when it comes to helping each other to awaken our gifts. Africa has so many opportunities. Africa has so many challenges. Every single challenge that Africa has, you have the solution. I got the solution. Somebody else has the solution. depending on where we are in nurturing our gifts. These issues, these problems that Africa has will remain up until we are ready to offer solutions. Or else somebody's going to bring a solution that is not natural. They may bring a solution that we think we need, but that has nothing to do with us. They may bring a solution that eventually will destroy you and destroy me because I failed to nurture my truly gift designed and explicitly there to solve that problem because somebody has solved it the wrong way. The way I can equate it to that, in case you want me to use another example, a locksmith who created an original lock and create an original key. You will know that anytime you stick the key inside of that lock, will always open. But they have crafty people who can pick locks. They can pick them with anything that they can figure out a way to put inside of the lock. These lock pickers, through the gifts of unlocking these locks, can use just one little stick, one little metal stick, and really try the best to unlock a lock and still do it. Now, that particular stick can open 10, 20, 30, 40 locks, but it's not naturally the truly original key. And oftentimes, the lock picker is going to damage the original locker because he or she is forcing it to open, and oftentimes poking somewhere that they have no business poking. And in that poking somewhere that you're not supposed to be poking, you are destroying, you are damaging the lock. So in another word, do not try to go do something that is not yours naturally. While you may be helping, especially if you're following someone who explicitly gave you specific instructions designed for the gift, you will do well and they will compensate you and will be very happy with you. But if you decide to be like a lock picker and you go and you copy somebody's lock and you go and pick and keep on picking it, in other words, someone starts a business or starts a solution and you copy it. And because of the way you are copying it, it is going to devalue that gift. It is going to devalue those solutions towards that very specific question. You are going to make him lose the clientele. You are going to make him lose their reputation because you're doing things that aren't yours. And you're taking the opportunity away for the true originator, for the true gift giver, the fruit giver of that domain. So let it not be you to sour somebody else's gift. If you like what they're doing, offer help to them, but also wait to be given the opportunity to help. Because anytime you decide to go and copy somebody else's gift, it is one way to kill their gift, truly. Because if you don't know the ingredient for towards that gift, the ingredient that nurtures the gift, the ingredient that causes the gift to keep on giving out fruits, you're going to put anything and everything in it until it no longer helps. And I pray that that isn't you. And I pray that you can be a good steward to someone who trusts you with their gifts. And I pray that you can diligently look after those gifts that belong to others while you're developing your own gift. So next Thursday, we are going to pursue, we are going to go a little further and find out the ABCs of getting your gifts out from sleep. And we are going to do the practical examples. Offline, I want to invite you to do this on your own, especially those of you who are jobless. It's okay to be jobless. It's that smoke detector going wing, 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 wing. Awaken your gifts, awaken your gifts, awaken your gifts. It is just a smoke detector. but it's not a death sentence to you. It is not a death sentence towards your gift. I promise you. I promise you. But it is a time for you to search from within yourself. It is a time for you to realize that, hey, you know what? After all, there is a part of me that's not alive because my gift is still asleep. So I need to awaken my gift so that that part of me can be alive, so that I can start offering these solutions towards the problems that are patiently waiting on me to get started in life. So I want to say to you, do not be despair, do not despair, guys. Those of you guys who are jobless, but also those of you who have recently lost your jobs, it may be time for you to look deep within you so that you can, rediscover yourself. We need that, guys. You need it. I need it. We need it as a family. And last but not the least, I want to encourage you to encourage others, those that you know who may be struggling, who are depressed because they don't, they have lost their jobs, their livelihood. Tell them that it is not over. It is only over when God said that it's over. It is only over when you no longer are producing fruits of the life you were designed to live. And that's a choice. You can choose to not be a productive individual, but you have to also be answerable to your maker. Nothing is here on planet Earth for no reason. The same way a manufacturer doesn't create a product without a purpose. Every single product that comes out of a manufacturer has already been pre-tested and retested for the ability to do that which was originally created to do. So every product really, it's a gift that a manufacturer renders towards the consumer to solve a particular problem. There's never been a single manufacturer that designed a product without a purpose. That would be absurd. That would be misusing resources that you have no business misusing. So, guys, that's it for me. I am being reminded that the time is up to wrap up the conversation. But I want to say that it is a humbling opportunity for me to come in front of you and to share with you some of the discoveries we are literally learning of ourselves today. But I also want to say that we are with you towards your journey to self-discover. We are with you towards the journey to help somebody who's recently found their gifts. Be helpful of them, push them to propel themselves towards greatness of whom they were designed to be. Don't be jealous because your gift is right there, right in the corner. Use it. Use it and protect it from being misused. Use it and bless others. Use it and be a better version of who you are supposed to be and who you truly are today, even though you have yet to believe in yourself. Your maker already believed in you. And as an evidence, he allowed you to be here today. He allowed you to breathe this air because your purpose is hidden inside of you. So awaken it. Your gifts are inside of you. So awaken them. And with that in mind, guys, thank you so very much. I look so forward to serve you. I look so forward to help you. I look so forward to be a part of the greatness in you. And I look so forward to be a part of our collective family, getting out of slavery, getting out of slavery, and every part of slavery that's just killing us alive. We are not designed to be other people's slaves. We are only designed to be the slaves of our gifts. And with that in mind, guys, allow me to end the broadcast from here. Allow me to finish. And next Thursday, as we come, we can dive into a little bit more on how do you detect your gift, on how do you support your gift, how do you nurture your gift, and also its practicality. And for those of you who are jobless, fear not. It is not a death sentence. And with that in mind, guys, allow me to wish you a super fantastic days. For those of you who are still daytime, I want to wish you a beautiful day. For those of you who are going to sleep, I want to wish you a good night. And those of you who are waking up, it's early in the morning. You guys get to have a super fantastic morning. Have a beautiful day. Is your boy, is your guy, is your brother, is your son, Freeman Singiran Kabo. Here at AfriDominion, I want to wish you a beautiful, beautiful day, and may peace be with each and every one of you. Until next time, goodbye for now.